Welcome to the fourth video for the Geometry Chapter 1 review packet for the Chapter 1 test. It starts off with this picture that has an extremely large graphic with it. It says lines A, B, and C are coplanar. Now that just means all three lines are on the surface of the paper. They're on the plane. Lines A and B intersect. Line C only intersects with line B. That is telling you C is parallel to A. They're never going to intersect. So when we look at these pictures, the only one where A and C are not intersecting is C. Okay? In A, we can say A and B don't intersect, which is a problem. That's why A gets eliminated. In B, eventually, A and C intersect, which is a problem and would be why B gets eliminated. And the same in letter D. If we extend these lines, eventually they're going to meet. A and C intersect, which does not fit the description provided. So the only answer that makes any sense is letter C. Number 22. Asks us to name two acute vertical angles. Remember that vertical angles are non-adjacent angles formed by intersecting lines. And then, of course, we have the description acute, which means less than 90 degrees. Okay, so when we're looking at this, we only have three lines in the entire picture. So the rays we can kind of ignore. QI and QK can be ignored. QI can be ignored. QK is part of a line. All right, so angle KQL. KQL is here. That is an acute angle, so that's a good start. And KQM. Those would be adjacent angles. KQL and KQM share a side. So that doesn't work because those are adjacent. And we were told to find vertical angles, so that doesn't work. So that would be eliminated. We go to letter B, KQL, which is this angle again, and IQH. Those angles are formed by intersecting lines. They are non-adjacent, so they are vertical angles, and they are acute angles. So that is the one that fits the description. GQL is obtuse, so it doesn't matter from there, because the second that angle is obtuse, letter C is eliminated, and HQL is obtuse, which would eliminate that answer as well. So letter B is the correct answer for number 22. Number 23 gives us a picture of a pyramid sitting on top of a plane. It asks, are points C, F, and D coplanar? And explain. Well, C, F, D, and G are all contained in a single shape. They are all located on this triangular plane. See? So the answer is yes, they are coplanar. They all lie on one face of that pyramid. The answer would be A. Yes, they are coplanar. They are all on the same face. Okay, number 24 takes us back to that triangular prism we were working with earlier. It says name a point that is not coplanar with G, A, and B. G, A, and B, when we look at that plane, that is this top surface of that prism. Okay, all the points on that plane would be coplanar with that. Now please note, L is not on that plane. L is behind that plane. This is a two-dimensional rendering of a three-dimensional picture. L is not on that plane. So the options for points not on the plane would be L and C. The only option we're given in there is C. K is on the plane, D is on the plane, F is on the plane. So our answer should be C. Number 25 says name a pair of obtuse adjacent angles. So again, there's some vocabulary in there. Obtuse means measures between 90 and 180 degrees. And then adjacent angles means share a side and vertex. So let's go through and we'll use the process of elimination here. KQG, that is an obtuse angle, that's this angle here, and HQM. Those are formed by intersecting lines, but they are not adjacent. Those are vertical. So that answers out because those are vertical angles instead of adjacent. So that is not correct. Those are vertical angles. We move to the next one. The next one says GQL, that is here, that is an obtuse angle, so we can continue, and LQJ. Hey, look, those are definitely both obtuse. They share a vertex and they share a side. See how they are next to each other? Those are obtuse adjacent angles, so the answer would be B. Now, if we were to eliminate the other two answers, here's why we would eliminate the other two answers. GQI is acute, not obtuse, so it doesn't matter from there. And HQG is even more acute. So our answer has to be B. Number 26, which I believe is going to be the last one in this video, says which is not true about ray KM. Now in the directions, they tell us that KJ and KL are opposite rays, which is telling us that JL is a straight line. They're telling us that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, and they tell us that KM is bisecting, so KM is bisecting in KL, which pretty much means that angle 3 and 4 are equal. Now, when we go to look at these, another name for angle 4 is angle MKL. So this is angle 4. We just got done saying those are congruent, so that is true. B is eliminated. Point M is on the interior of LKN. It's inside the mouth of LKN. So that is true, and that answer is eliminated. And KM is an angle bisector. They told us that in the directions, so that's true. That's eliminated. The only one that's not true is that MKJ, which is this angle here, is acute. That is clearly an obtuse angle. That does it for this video. The next video will contain the only non-multiple choice question, and we'll finish the review.